everybody, Joan Zodianz here, and welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Zundayz. This week we have quite a bit to talk about. Mercury retrograde is finally ending, Mars is shifting into Scorpio, and Sagittarius season is finally beginning. All right, let's get started. So, last weekend I didn't do a podcast, obviously, because there wasn't that big of a difference. So, I've been just chilling out, vibing, trying to survive this retrograde. Hopefully, you guys have been as well. So, Mercury is actually stationing direct, and it still will be in Scorpio on the 20th, which is this Wednesday. On the same day, we have Mars shifting from Libra into Scorpio. And then this Saturday, we have Sagittarius season finally beginning. And then the next day on Sunday, if you guys wanted to know, it's actually my birthday. So, what does that mean for you? Let's talk about every single one of these astrological changes, okay? We learned from the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio that all of the things hidden hidden in the dark will have to come to light, and you would have to confront these things in yourself. And it was almost like having a very intense, or it is more of an intense transition from former self to new self. And we're not talking about just getting rid of your old self completely. We're just talking about everything that you've learned about yourself and evolving past yourself, right? Becoming a healthier person, becoming a more self loving person versus a self loathing person, okay? Fortunately, when Mercury stations direct, again, which will be this Wednesday, we will see more of the positive sides of Scorpio rise up, okay? This is a good time to really implement everything you've been learning during this retrograde, to really own yourself, own your energy, own your emotions, and really take the time to welcome your new self in. This is a great time for that. Your intuition will also be more straightforward, more direct. We're going to flow better with people. We're going to flow better with ourselves. Our energy is going to start to feel more balanced. And I don't know about you, but I'm so ready for that. I'm tired of feeling like I'm in a fog or something like that. You know what I mean? And especially all these like technical difficulties, not just with technology itself, but with people and communicating with people. All of that's going to go out the door. Okay? We're going to start to feel our way around, and it won't be too invasive, or it won't be too intrusive. The jealousy will go away. We're going to be more positive. Now, Mars is shifting from Libra into Scorpio, and that helps a lot with our intuition and our emotions. Not because it's just, Scorpio and Scorpio, but because Libra is an air sign, and it was incompatible with the water sign Scorpio. So it created a lot of arguments, and it created a lot of like intense debates with people, like unnecessary arguments. You know what I mean? Unnecessary opinions as well. People had a lot to say and really couldn't control themselves during this time. Now, when Mars shifts into Scorpio, it's just going to heighten our intuition. It's going to heighten our need to sympathize with people, to feel other people out, to really bond with people on a soul level. And even though we're still going to feel really like almost a little bit on edge, we're going to like it a little bit more. And I know that sounds a little weird, but that kind of intensity, that little high that you get from bonding with people, is going to be more of a positive interaction versus a very negative one. Especially if you've been dealing with friends or family, and you've just been like, they've just been driving you crazy. This won't be a time for that. This will be a time of better communication, a time of better emotional connections with people, right? Now, this also means that we are looking for a deeper meaning in everything that we do, and everybody that we talk to, and everybody that's involved in our lives. And you should have taken the time during this retrograde to flesh out the people that don't belong in your life. And if you haven't done that, you still have time. So, take your time and do that, whatever. But When Mars shifts into Scorpio, you're going to find a lot of people having more willpower or more motivation to cut these people off. And that's actually a positive thing, especially if these people are very toxic in your life. So let's talk about that Mars and Libra real quick, just for a quick second. Let me explain it all. Now, Mars being in Libra actually made people more indecisive. Yes, it made them more opinionated, it made them more argumentative, but it also made people like teeter totter between certain situations, right? Like almost to the point of like people pleasing other people, even if they were arguing with them, right? They just wanted to strike a balance with everything or try to keep everything instead of letting things go. Now, Mars being in Scorpio will be the very opposite of that. So, you're going to find people making more decisive actions, right? They're going to be cutting people off left and right or cutting out situations that no longer benefit them or no longer meaningful to them. So this can come at an opportune time for you to really, embrace those kinds of changes where you're like, okay, I'm just going to let these people go or let that situation go. It's not a big deal. Or you may be the type that may get very sensitive about letting things go, but you know deep down inside, intuitively, you need to do it for your own well being. Okay, you may be on that side of the realm. Now, again, we still have more time until the 20th, a couple of days for you to really reflect on everything that I just said, but everything in your life too. And all the people in your life, whether they're good for you or bad for you, you need to start, I guess, appreciating the good and the bad, right? We are embracing the changes. We're not resisting these changes, okay? The more you hold on to these things, these people that no longer benefit you as a person, or you no longer benefit them, it's just going to get more intense for you the longer you hold on to it. Okay. And we're going to get a lot of people who are going to make as many excuses as possible to hold on to something or someone. And they just can't seem to control themselves emotionally when it comes to making that decision. So hopefully Mars and Scorpio will do you more good than bad. And hopefully, the Mercury going direct also brings forth more clarity and more rationalization or being more realistic about a decision. That's what we need right now. I know there were a lot of people who are just like kind of all over the place. This was a very intense time for them. But that's slowly going away. It's not going to go away completely because we still have a lot of Scorpio in the air, but it's going to be, I guess, less tragic or less emotional. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I've got to say this week, you guys. I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty tired. I've been dealing with my own insecurities as well during this retrograde, and it's been a lot to handle for me. And trying to make a lot of bigger decisions, especially for my business, especially for myself as a person, and trying to overcome my own flaws with myself or learning to accept my own flaws, more like it. And just it's been an emotional ride for me, not to the point where I'm like crying every day. I'm not depressed yet, but I will be um welcoming my new self, right? My more evolved self to you guys soon, and I'm really excited about that because I had to tell myself the reason why I stopped doing YouTube videos and everything too is because I got really insecure with myself, and I got really like freaked out, okay, because I have a lot of anxiety, and I don't I it was very hard for me to take all of this, I guess, attention, if you want to call it. It just was I've just been out of my element, you guys. I don't know. And so, with all my physical changes that I've been going through, it's been really hard for me. It's taken a lot of energy for me to really put myself out there, but I really want to overcome this fear. And that's what I'm planning on doing for 2020 is really overcoming myself. And I just wanted to let you know that, and I feel you. I feel you. We're all going through it. But that's all I got to say, you guys. I'll talk to you guys next week, and I will be more positive during that time. And I love you guys so much for all your support and understanding. Okay, bye.